particularly during this Lent period?
It's not just during Lent, it's daily.
Mm.
And that's to have a prayer life. You need to have a prayer life where you have a prayer rule every morning and every evening. And I'm not talking about some, dramatic kind of thing, taking the Jordanville prayer book and reading it from beginning to end. I'm not an advocate of that. Because every time I hear confession, oh, well, I didn't do my prayers, Well, isn't it better to have a smaller prayer rule and to do it and then add to it? That's how I believe that's better. You have to be rooted in the life of the church through confession and Holy Communion. That's so important. Not just lining up because everybody else is, but that you've got a confession. You have that relationship with your confessor.
What are some of any obstacles that you see with people as
the Last Judgment? All of these things are very important for us to relate in our own personal lives, not as some story, but as a life's journey, which is what Orthodoxy is. It's a way of life. And I don't think everybody, really recognizes or realizes the depth of what we have in the church right away. Even many years later, I was standing in line with a priest at an All-American Council, 30 years ago maybe, and he says, I never really became a good Orthodox priest till I started serving the services. He said, I remember when I was a young priest, well, why would I serve? There's nobody's coming. Look at, we're in this presence. They're here. This is good for us. If you have it, they'll come. Not always, but people will come. So we actually have 48 days in preparation for Pascha. And that is the most holy of the Feast of Feasts in the Orthodox Church. So we have to prepare ourselves for that. And Lent allows us that opportunity to come into the dark church during the week, because our churches are dark. We don't turn the lights on. We use only candles. We wear black vestments, reminding us that we're in the dark world. And we're in dark places sometimes in our lives. But then the church brings us that brightness. Holy Communion at the pre-sanctified liturgies is part of that brightness that comes from Lent. And of course, the 5 Sundays of preparation, and then Palm Sunday, are all, and even this time of the Lenten Triodion, these 4 weeks before we go into Lent, are all preparations. The publican and the Pharisee, the prodigal son, which is this coming Sunday, the Last Judgment.